The hardest game of the season yet. Let's get started. Hey guys, welcome to Arsenal Guru. It's the pre-game analysis between Man City versus Arsenal. It won't be an easy one as we travel to Etihad Stadium. It is the hardest possible game to play at the moment. Manchester City are flying on top of the league as we all know, and they are unbeaten with 9 wins and 1 draw. On top of that, they have scored 35 goals in only 10 games. If you take 35 divided by 10, that's the average of 3.5. And if you round up, that is 4 goals on average per game. That is insane. There's a chance that they might score 4 goals in this game, or it could be less, or it could be more. We'll have to see on that. Aside from that, they're only conceding 6 goals, and that's just only 2 goals behind on Manchester United with conceding only 4 goals. According to the stats, there will be goals in this game for sure. Based on the last 5 previous meetings, both sides have scored. Now it's just depending on who is going to score more goals in order to win the game. Moving on to the lineup prediction. For the team news, there's no one pick up an injury in the game against Red Star Belgrade on Thursday, so that is a plus once again. That will keep our players fit and also ready to play in any games. Another thing to point out in that game as well is that Iwobi is not involved at all in that game. So I'm still not quite sure what's going on with him. Is Arsene Wenger going to put him in this game as a starter instead of Ozil? Or does he just want to play our youngster? That's still kind of questionable in a way too, because in the game against Chelsea, Iwobi started at the front. I know that Ozil wasn't ready in that game, but there's a chance that he might start in this game. If you're going for a tactical change, that will happen for sure. I don't see how Ozil won't start in this game. Obviously, he's a better player than Iwobi. And Arsene Wenger already said it himself that we are going for an attack against Man City. So by having Iwobi instead of Ozil doesn't make sense in a way. Kolasinac should be ready for this game, even though he has to do some tests prior to the game. But he will start for sure. Who doesn't want to play in a big game like this? And this will be an exciting game for him to play as well. For our starting 11, obviously we are going Peter Cech once again in goal. Hopefully he doesn't make any mistake at all in this game. We need to avoid that at all costs. If we are making a mistake like in the game against Swansea, definitely we stand no chance to win in this game. Moving on to the back three, is going to be the same back three once again. So Koscielny on the right, Mertesacker in the middle, and Manu on the left. The only concern that I have in the back three is the pace of Mertesacker. Can he keep up with the pace of the game? Can he keep up with the front three of Man City players? That's the question that we'll have to see. I know that he has the experience and he can read the game well, but we'll have to see if he's going to start in this game or not. There's a possibility that Arsene Wenger might go for Rob Holding, but still, I don't know. Like, Rob Holding played 90 minutes on Thursday, but there's a chance that he can start in this game if we need him instead of Mertesacker. We have to see how Arsene Wenger decided on this situation here. Moving on to our wing backs, Bellerin on the right and Kolasinac on the left. This will be crucial as well as how they're going forward and then how they come back to help out on defense, as they have to defense against Sane and Sterling on both sides. Because Pep Guardiola like to switch both of them once in a while, so we'll have to see how we can defend on those. For our duo in the midfield, I'm going to go with Xhaka on the right and Ramsey on the left in this case. As I mentioned in the game against Swansea, that Xhaka playing really well on the right hand side and it fits him perfectly to link up between Bellerin and Ozil as well. So I'm going to put him there and I hope that Arsene Wenger will slot him there in this game. Ramsey will stay on the left instead of him. And Ramsey will going down on the left instead of going down on the right. So that way he can link up with Sanchez and like I said at the front and also with Kolasinac as well. So we'll have to see how that works out as well. It might be different in this game because obviously it's a different opponent in this game here. It's Man City, not Swansea like in the last game. We'll have to see that if that's going to work out in this game as well or not. Moving on to the front three, obviously it's going to be the ultimate front three of the LOS once again. Ozil on the right, Sanchez on the left, and like I said at the front. I'm expecting them to play better in this game. They didn't play that well in the game against Swansea. I expect them to play well like in the game against Everton, as each one of them got a goal in that game, and I hope that they can get a goal in this game. That is my predicted 11, and that's what I think Arsene Wenger will go in this game. Now we're going to move on to the score prediction. As I mentioned earlier, definitely there will be goals in this game for sure. It's just a matter of how many goals in this game. In this game, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. You can say that it is a biased score prediction, as I never predicted Arsenal loss in any game before, but in real life, definitely that it can happen, and it did happen before, as we lost few games already, like against Liverpool, Stoke, and Watford. Possibility that we can lose in this game as well. But again, that is just my score prediction. It could be different, as I have no idea what's going to go on in the game, as we will have to see on what's going on. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and also don't forget to give a thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you after the game.